Hey everybody, Todd back with another video for you. And today we're going to take a look at CinePiano from Cinesamples. So let's go take a look. All right, as we can see here, this is the interface for CinePiano. Now this is the main patch here, and as you can see right here, they include 4 patches when you buy this. So the first patch is the all-inclusive CinePiano. Then you got the classical. So basically what they've done here is they've programmed them, probably EQ'd them a little bit to get that sound. If you're looking for a classical piano, then there's just a patch for that. Then there's the cinematic patch, and then the Rock Studio Grand. So if you're writing an orchestral piece, you probably want to use the classical patch. If you're using a cinematic piano, you want some reverb and that nice cinematic piano, I would go with the cinematic patch. And then if you are doing rock music, then go for the Rock Studio Grand. I'm pretty sure this is the same piano. Like I said, they probably just use some EQs and stuff like that, and different setting, different mic techniques. If you want a full walkthrough about how the piano works, how they recorded it, go over to Cinesamples' YouTube channel, which is Michael Patty, and he goes through a really great in-depth video. We're not really going to get under the hood. We're just going to take a look, listen to every patch, kind of explain the briefs of it and my opinions on it. So let's take a look at the main patch here, and then we will load up the individual patches. As you've noticed, this is actually my new piano sketch piano. I got rid of my old one that I was using, and this has become the new one. The reason why is because I really like the flexibility of it, and I really like its sound. It's kind of a basic piano. It's just a clean piano, orchestral grand piano that I'm looking for, and it really captures, when I'm trying to write something. It's, I don't have to worry about all the reverbs and stuff and everything, and just kind of captures it for me so I can focus on writing the piece instead of worrying about what the piano sounds like for me. And I just leave it on the full mic here. So let me just play you a chord. And so this is with reverbs off and everything, with the full mic position on. It's got a very beautiful sound. And the one thing I noticed when I first opened this piano up and started playing with it was the detail of it. It really has a lot of detail. So let me just play some, octaves down here. Really's got that meat to it. We'll play some mids here. We'll just do this simple so you can hear the kind of the sound and the tone. And it really does sound like a real orchestral piano to me with my headphones on. They really captured that. I mean, as you can hear, there is some reverb on there. Actually, let's turn it off there. Let me see if that makes any difference. Yeah, still a little bit of reverb in there, but that definitely, when you hit those keys up there, that captures it pretty well, I think. So let's listen to the closed mic. So that really loses a lot of that room. Oh yeah, there goes the room. A lot of detail. I mean, it really feels like I'm playing on a real piano. Okay, let's listen to the room mics. So that's definitely a little bit farther back. So if you're going for an orchestral piece and you don't want the piano up front and personal, I would definitely probably use the room mic with a little closed mic to get that back farther sound. It sounds really good, even just the room. Sorry, I'm like in G minor today. And excuse my horrible piano playing. I'm not a pianist. All right, and then the surrounds. Definitely way farther back. So yeah, definitely. I just keep it on the full. Like I said, this is my piano sketch track. And I like it really up front and the detailed. So you can totally tell the difference. And then I also have within my template the actual CinePiano, and then I usually mess with it there. All right, so let's take a listen to the classical. Also, hold on. Let me go into the settings just really quick and just kind of briefly go over this. So, I mean, definitely the character. You can change the character. You can make it more intimate, more aggressive. So right now I have it on natural. So let me make it more intimate. And then you can see the pedal behavior is true or MIDI. I just have it on true. And then you can enable the FFF layer. And I remember Michael Patty talking about this. So basically, he was like slamming on the piano. I think he said he actually broke a piano string. So it just enables that layer for it if you're really going for those, triple F dynamic. So that's intimate. So if you're going for a more, intimate sound, and then let's take a listen to the aggressive. And now if you're going for a really piece that's real aggressive, like, oh yeah, I can definitely hear it. It's got the bite to it. So definitely, if you're going for more of that, like if you're doing an action cue with, a layered piano in there, I would definitely set it to aggressive. But right now, just for piano sketch purposes, I just leave it on natural. And you can adjust the velocity curves, the soundboard. I really don't mess with all this stuff, to be honest with you. I just kind of keep it as is. But I just thought I would go over that really quick. And then right here, which is really cool that they give you different mix settings. So, if you just want to go for, I keep it on Tim's mix, but if you want dry and close, room, ambient, orchestral left, orchestral right, resonant, which this one right here is a lot of reverb, kind of similar to the cinematic piano patch. Kind of a swirling reverb tail. You hear that reverb tail? Sounds pretty good. So, I mean, you might just use that and maybe add some of your reverb on there. Then you can customize it and perspective off. And which this is pretty cool. When you adjust the slider here, which this you can have if you have a MIDI controller, you can learn this here, learn the CC. And while you're playing on the fly, you can adjust the mic settings, which is pretty cool. So if you want, I think that's pretty cool. So if you definitely want to change the characteristic of a piano throughout a piece, you can set that on there, record your MIDI data, and it can change and function. Definitely can bring a new layer and sonic quality to one of your pieces. So definitely check that out. All right, so let's move to the classical patch. I'll let that load up here. And like I said, like as you see here, they don't really have anything here because I think they're doing some stuff under the hood, maybe some EQ stuff like that to get this sound. If you notice this, it's kind of dampened a little bit and it's not as upfront and in your face. Because, classical pianos, this is basically what they sound like. And then let me play some down here. Let me turn off that reverb here. Yeah, definitely. They put some reverb on there. So, I mean, like I said, I think these patches are just EQ. They're doing some stuff under the hood, and for a starting point for you to use if you're going to go for a classical piece. Then we got the cinematic, which I kind of like this patch. Like I said, it sounds similar to that resonant setting, but I think it's got a little bit more reverb than that resonant one. Listen to that tail. A lot of tail on there. So if you're definitely going for an intimate cinematic piece, G minor again. Let's see. So that, and then let's say you're going to bring up the dynamics. But definitely, yeah, I can hear that resonant. So definitely, you can see yourself using this in a cinematic trailer or a nice intimate cinematic piece or something in the score that you're doing. I think this could work very well. You might need to tweak it a little bit for your settings. Might add your own reverb, some EQ on it to get it to sit within your track. But I think it's a good starting point. Not necessarily, you need to use this patch, but they include it with it, which is cool. You can always just use the main CinePiano patch, put your own reverbs and EQ, and achieve this sound maybe even better. But it's just cool that they included it in there for you. So let's go to the Rock Studio Grand. I'm not a pianist, so I can't really rock out here, but I'll try my best. Which no rock guy's gonna do that. But anyway. Let's see, we'll just do so if you notice it's got I had the pedal down, but it's got like a twangy vibe to it. Definitely like a rock piano. It's got more of a twang to it. You know, more than the classical or the other one. So it's got more bite to it, more punch. Let me turn the reverb off so you can just hear it. Yeah. Definitely would need some reverb on that, but there you go. You can hear it just, you know, out the box. I don't know if there's any settings. Yeah, so you can, so look, yeah, this is what they're doing. So they're playing with some of the settings in here for you to achieve this sound. As you see, the natural changed a little bit. This has changed. I'm pretty sure that's changed as well. So overall, let me go back to the main patch here. I really like this piano. Like I said, this replaced my other pianos that I had for piano sketch, and I'm finding myself gravitating towards this piano more just because it's flexible, and like I said, it's got really good detail. And you know, at the end of the day, there's so many pianos to choose from, but it's just good that Cinesamples has created their own. Definitely, if you use a lot of Cinesamples products in your template, you know this is going to sit right in there because it's the MGM scoring stage. You know, you don't have to; it will just sit there, and you can use whatever reverbs you have, and it will just fit with it, and you don't have to fight it very much. Especially if like you're using like a Spitfire orchestral grand, which is very way back. Actually, let's pull that up real quick. Okay, so just to give you guys a sense of, difference, here's the Spitfire Orchestral Grand. And as you notice right away, this sits way back. And it's not really up in your face. And but the reason why is because in an orchestral setting, the orchestral grand is not right up in your face unless it's a solo piece. So, this is just to be, layered in with the orchestral, the orchestra. But definitely, I like this piano as well. But like I said, it's got a lot of reverb and it sits way back. And for my sketch piano, it just makes more sense to have that CinePiano. But you could definitely achieve that sound if you just mess with mic positions. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any further questions, please put them down in the comment section and I will attend to them. And I'll answer any question you have. Like I said before at the top of the video, if you want to more in depth what they're doing behind the scenes, definitely go check over the Cinesamples page on YouTube. Just put in Michael Patty or Cinesamples and you definitely will find it. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button and take a look at the channel. I'm sure there's a video here that you'll find that will help you out and things I'll be interested. And as always, thank you for the support and I'll see you in the next video.